Oh, hi everyone, I'm Babatunde. Welcome to my channel Africa Everyday. For this video, I'll be answering the questions that I ask you to put in the comment section below the video that I released about everyday life in Nigeria. Precisely on the rural area, talking about how people live their everyday life. So the question that you guys will be able to put in the comment section below, I'll be responding to those questions now. But before I do that, I'd like to show my full appreciation to my patrons. You guys, you're phenomenal. Thank you very much for supporting my channel. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. You can also support me by becoming one of my patrons. Thank you very much, and I appreciate that. Okay, now let's go to the first. Arrange in no particular order. I read the questions in no particular order, so there's no importance, just randomly. The first question I'll be taking is from 12 is my limit. At 12 is my limit. The question says, do the Muslims, Christians, people of any other religions and atheists mix and have friendship together? Yes, that happens. But the thing is that we really don't have a lot of atheists in Nigeria. In fact, being an atheist in Nigeria, I'm saying in Africa, it's so seen as something that's devilish. By the time you declare yourself to be an atheist, they start seeing you like a devil, as if this is the worst thing that a human can become. So it's still a rare thing in Nigeria, but they mix. Yes, they can mix. But just like, it's quite different from religion to religion. How Islam, I'm talking about the practitioners of Islam, how they relate to that is different from how the Christians, how they relate to that. So, but generally speaking, they react. They react, especially in the western part of Nigeria. In the northern part of Nigeria, which is dominated by the Muslims, I don't think it happens like that. But in western part of Nigeria, yes, they mix together freely. The next question comes from Home with Mr. Penguin. And the question says, what is the religious life like in Nigeria? Do you have preachers and missionaries in your area? Man, let me tell you this. When it comes to religious houses in the world, Nigeria cannot miss top 3. Nigeria cannot miss top 3 when it comes to religious aspect, religious things, issues in Nigeria, in the world. We have so many pastors, afars, imams, priests. Talk about it. We have so many of them. They are everywhere. Most especially in the economy where job is becoming scarce and scarce and scarce. Many people are now becoming pastors and afars now in order to survive. In fact, when it comes to churches and mosques, there are some cases in Lagos and other cities where factory used to be has been converted to churches. Where factory has been converted to, we have more than churches and Muslims to cover the population of Nigeria. So we have a lot more than we need. Yes, I must say that more than we need. We have a lot more than we need. In a street, you could be seeing about 3 mosques. In a street, you see 3 mosques, and you may see something like 5 churches just in a street with their own pastors and leaders. The next question is from a commenter at LINDC 1070. And the question says, what is the main economic activity in this area? Talking about the area that I shot in the clip. Is it farming, factories, or trade? Yes, the main economic activity here is trade. Yes, people buy things, buying from the farmers, going to Lagos to buy items in bulks and sell. That's the main activity that we have in this area, trading. We have farmers too, but they don't really carry very high percentage, because this place is somehow developed, relatively developed when you compare it to all those other jungles out there. So it's relatively developed. The next question is from Holly J234. The question reads, I didn't see many road signs. How do the postmen / delivery men / drivers know where to deliver things? Well, in the 70s and 80s, the houses in Nigeria, they were numbered. probably labeled that you can easily know the particular house. But since starting from 90s, up to this level, the government, the government has been awful. The government doesn't really care about the responsibility anymore. I'm talking about in the 80s and 70s, when a new house is built, the owner of the house will go to the local government. The local government will, assign a number to the house, but not anymore. In fact, in my area where I'm living now, I can't see a house that is numbered. So it is not happening anymore. Now, how do they deliver things? All right, this is how they do now. Like in my town now, we have a post office. We have one post office in my area. So if you want to be receiving an item, you just have to go there. You register with certain amount of money, and you put the information down. So whenever you have a mail, they will call your number to come and take it. Yes, that's what happens. They will call your number to come and take it. And in some instances where the people in charge of the post office, fail to call you, then you will not get the mail. That tells you how horrible things are. Yes, you won't just get the mail. There's no way for a delivery man to identify a house. Even if you tell them the street, there's no way they can identify the house because no number. In fact, many streets, they don't even have signs. There's no way you can identify as a stranger. There's no way you can identify a particular street. That is also street. No way. Though they're very popular in the urban area where you see street being being well signed. The next question is from Amber Reed, 6289. This question is long, much longer than the previous ones. And she says, do I feel safe? Or do you feel like you need to watch for danger constantly? I live in the southern US and we have something called flea market that are like this, but park in a field and walk to visit the vendors. Where I used to live, I felt unsafe, but I moved and now I feel very safe. I guess I should ask if your wife feels safe there also. My wife feels safe also, and I'm a woman. That's how she used to end the comment. Yes, relatively we feel safe. What I mean by relatively is that there are other places in Nigeria that they're very, very volatile, most especially in the northern part of Nigeria. So here we are relatively safe. Not much violence, though. Occasionally there will be violence, especially from the cultists. We have cultist guy in this area, this area. So, but relatively speaking, and in the market area where there was a lot of people moving around, I felt safe. I felt safe very, very much. There's nothing to be afraid of. As an indigent, nothing to be afraid of. So I felt very, very safe. And when it comes to my wife too, she feels safe too. And thank you for the question. I really appreciate that. She feels safe too. Relatively we feel safe. Though in Nigeria, you cannot be completely safe. Danger lurks everywhere. Talking about the inefficiency of the police, the corruption, no justice, man. No justice anywhere. All right, that's it about today's video. I'll be adding the comment there. We still have more comments, but I don't want the video to be too long and boring. That's what today's video will be. And once again, you can become my patron. You support me, become my patron. So I want to say special appreciation to my Atomic Shrimp. Thank you for your support. I really appreciate you. And if you can't become my patron, you can decide to buy me a cup of coffee. Every cent is highly appreciated. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. I hope to see you next time.